For me, not so. I was, how old was I? 19. I was in New York. For me, the big step was to go to New York and to kind of leave Vienna behind. So what was happening was big, and because, you know, growing up in Austria, you were very aware of the Iron Curtain. You were very aware that there was, you know, it felt like there was the end of the world. And then, of course, I was very aware because of my father always working in the underground. But from, you know, it was really something we watched. I wasn't aware how big my father's involvement was. He didn't really speak about it. I mean, we kind of knew, but we didn't really know until he was asked to be the chancellor. Until he said, I'm going to move to the Czech Republic and I'm going to stay here. But, you know, at that age I was too much involved in my own life. I was like, I'm in New York, I'm in film school, that was important. But I remember the kind of the Berlin Wall falling was big. And then when Havel came to New York, I remember that very well. That was very impressive because all the famous people of the cultural world turned up to this event. Everybody was there, and that was like wow. And Milos Forman was there, and Frank Zappa was there, and I mean every actor was there. Richard Gere, I mean everybody. So, yeah. But you mean that people feel that that the Velvet Revolution was for nothing, that nothing changed? Well, maybe it feels like that if you live here, but it certainly doesn't feel like that if you look into Czech Republic. I think everything changed. Before, I remember when I came here for the first time in '89, it seemed like a black and white movie. It seemed like a gray country. Now it's a colorful, vibrant country. You go to Prague and it looks the same as Vienna or Paris or Berlin. You know, it kind of, you're free to travel. People seem to be, I mean, it feels, I don't know from the inside, but people seem to be affluent. They drive the same cars as they drive everywhere else in Europe. It didn't feel like that in '89. I think if you can, I mean, especially with the Velvet Revolution, which was a non-violent revolution, but I think any film who shows that actually people have the power to overturn something, to overturn a regime they're not happy with, is a positive message, even more so if it can be done not with violence. So I think in that sense, it's you know, people can take a positive from it, and that it's worthwhile to do activism, to engage, to have courage, to kind of wanting to change something. I think that's, you know, that's what people can learn from it. Yeah. Altogether, I'm happy that I made the film because for a long time I was debating whether I should make a film or not, and that I'm happy that I made it when I made it, because we just finished it before he started to get ill. He could still, you know, take part in it bringing out, it coming out. So, and I think it's a nice thing, you know, also for my children to have. It's like a document, and for their kids and whatever. So
your father saw it?
Yeah. What? No, my father saw it. I mean, I always say it was his biggest gift to me, because he didn't interfere with the editing or anything. But he saw it at Carlo Vivari for the first time. And yeah, and it was, I mean, we were lucky. It was received very well, and, you know, And although it's not an easy film for him, that it was received well and critically well received, you know, he kind of, I think he was proud in the end and he liked doing it. It was a kind of, he was ready for it. It was kind of, it was a new adventure. And
in that